Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra, June 21, 2025. Avoid pinning all of your hopes on a financial dream today, as it's unlikely to hold its weight over time. There is a general tendency to ignore realistic or practical elements today, and that's just fine if you are imagining and daydreaming, but it could prove costly if you're signing on the dotted line. There could be a slight letdown related to a long-term project or a friendship. You would be wise to avoid excesses, as sudden increases or overexpansion can cause you some personal stress, and you may feel a little overwhelmed. It's vital to avoid shooting for an unrealizable goal now if it prevents you from enjoying what you already have. Don't let a lack of direction leave you behind, either. Feel the vibes of the moon floating softly. This will put you into a dreamy, sensitive, and emotional mindset. While this could draw attention to your solar house of achievement, you'll still likely be feeling the need to merge and blend your spirit with another. Don't get lost in the details. Focus on the sweetness of the moment as you balance both a career mindset and a desire for true, effortless romance. You can always have it all, so don't think you need to focus on professional success to achieve a whole life. Inspect every detail of a new plan or document. Enlist colleagues to help you give it the once-over. Small corrections will be required, and you'll need lots of eyes to help you wade through them. The heavy atmosphere initiated by today's aspect can be deflected by your pleasure-loving nature, but it isn't always as easy as you might think. Generally, it's easier to say yes than no, as it is more pleasing to fulfill rather than disappoint. However, saying no can give you the freedom to get what you really want. Therefore, pleasure is not always easy to come by. Consider this challenge when you are faced with your dietary choices. It comes down to a yes or a no. Seeing relationships come to an end is difficult for most. On this day, the likelihood of this occurring is much greater, and you may need to face the end of a friendship or romance. This essence can really help you to find the strength to wrap up things you've been putting off, as well, and so it can work to your advantage. Try to see the positive aspects of everything, and do something nurturing for yourself if you find yourself getting down. Having the moon in your career sector in the heart of the working week is always going to be an advantage, and especially when it is Jupiter's first full week in your income sector. However, both the moon from its position in your career sector and Mercury, from his position in your income sector, are giving you a window into the positive conditions to the forces across the income, work, and career fronts that will shape what will be the lucrative second half of the year. That this is being viewed through Mercury's smart head for money and the moon's professional instincts is providing even more depth. When Mars left your communication sector yesterday, he not only ended his extended war on communication barriers but has left it temporarily empty. With Mercury, the planet of communication, returning next week for what is normally a 2-week visit but instead not leaving until September, there is a chance first to let the dust settle before he returns to take advantage of the damage Mars has inflicted on communication roadblocks and barriers. Libra, honesty today may disappoint harmony, but it's necessary. Quote of the day: real peace comes from real truth. Color: pale rose, calm, kind, firm. Lucky numbers: 2, 7, 16. Speak from your heart, even if it trembles. What needs to be said will create freedom not just for you, but for others too. Our eyes in the sky. For June 21, 2025, the tarot offers a beautiful blend of release, awakening, and fresh direction. The cards drawn are the Star, 10 of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and Page of Pentacles. Together, they create a story of hope returning after heaviness, of choices fueled by clarity, and of exciting potential just beginning to take shape. This message is meant to be both a mirror and a guide, gently encouraging you to step more confidently into who you're becoming. We begin with the Star, a card that follows the chaos of the Tower in the major arcana. It's the deep breath after the storm, that sacred stillness when we remember who we are after forgetting. The Star brings healing, optimism, and renewal, not because life is suddenly perfect, but because you are more connected to your truth now. Have you been through a period where everything felt uncertain or drained? This card shows up as reassurance. You are not broken, you are being reborn. Let today be a reminder to believe in your vision again, to reach toward what nourishes you even if it's only a spark right now. That spark is enough. But healing often requires release, and here enters the Ten of Wands, the card of burdens carried for too long. Some of us may be holding responsibilities that were never ours to carry, or perhaps you've been moving through life with a weight on your shoulders you haven't questioned in a while. This card doesn't scold, it gently asks, what can you set down today? And have you outgrown? Whether it's emotional baggage, old roles, or unrealistic expectations, today's energy supports you in lightening the load. You deserve to move forward feeling free, not obligated. With that release comes motion, and the Knight of Swords charges in. This knight doesn't tiptoe, he acts with intention and urgency. There may be an idea or truth that suddenly becomes clear to you today, prompting swift action. The energy supports making decisions, speaking up, or moving ahead on something that once felt stuck. Be mindful not to rush blindly, but trust your instincts, especially if your heart and your logic align. You're not being impulsive if your soul has already decided. Then we are met by the Lovers, a powerful card that speaks of choice, alignment, and union. While this card often hints at romantic possibilities, its message is much deeper. It's about choosing with full presence. Are your choices reflecting your values? Are your relationships romantic or otherwise mirrors of your truest self? This card reminds you to act from a place of alignment, not pressure. Some of you might find yourselves facing a decision in love, work, or life direction, and the Lovers invites you to choose what brings you closer to your authentic path. Real love, real peace, and real purpose all require that we choose them daily. And finally, the Page of Pentacles arrives with grounded enthusiasm and a beginner's heart. This card signals a new chapter of learning, investing in you, yourself, or beginning something that has long-term value. Maybe it's a job opportunity, a course you've been considering, a new wellness practice, or even a relationship that's just beginning to grow roots. Pages are students of the world, curious and open, and today, that's your gift. Let yourself be new at something. Let yourself dream practically. Build something slowly but sincerely, and it will flourish. So, June 21th is a day of renewal and momentum. You are being asked to believe in your healing, to let go of unnecessary burdens, to say yes to what feels real and aligned, and to begin again with humble confidence. No matter where you are, whether you're still healing, just starting, or moving full speed ahead, this message finds you with encouragement and grace. Have you recently released something heavy to make space for something lighter? Are you at the beginning of a new path or wrestling with a meaningful choice? Share where you are. Your story might light the way for someone else.